I don't want to let this hideous day or the fact that the market's become a slow-motion train wreck distract us from the fact that there are still pockets of good news. For example, this weekend we learned that IBM will be acquiring Red Hat, the open-source software kingpin that's integral to helping other businesses embrace the cloud. It's one of our cloud kings. IBM is paying $190 per share in cash, which is why Red Hat stock surged nearly $53 or 45% today. It's a huge deal for both companies. Red Hat had been down in the dumps after a couple of less than perfect quarters. IBM is eager to double down on its faster-growing businesses in order to diversify away from its slower legacy divisions. And after the latest quarter, which was greeted with a thud by the analyst community, I think they could use Red Hat's help, and yes, vice versa. While IBM stock was punished today, I think it's a very good move for this company, despite what looks to be a high price tag, which is why we need to take a closer look at what it means for IBM and the cloud. Earlier today, we got a chance to check in with Ginny Rometty, the chair and CEO of IBM, and Jim Whitehurst, he's the CEO of Red Hat, to learn more about this transformative deal. And it is transformative, so take a look. Ginny and Jim, great to have you here. Thank you for coming on Mad Money. Ginny, you have often spoken to us about reinvention of IBM and how important it is. How important it is to have a strong IBM for the country. This is the reinvention we're looking for.
It is. This to me is resetting the entire cloud landscape. And it's the next chapter of cloud, Jim. Because as this Jim and I have often talked, the first 20% of the cloud was really the easy stuff that clients have done. This next 80 is mission-critical, secure work that's got to move, and that's what this is about. So we're reinventing IBM to be the #1 undisputed
Okay, because that was a bold claim at the end of the call. I was going to ask you. I mean, that is a gutsy thing to say, Jim.
Yes. It's a $1 trillion market, $1 trillion emerging market. And I just, Jim and I were both talking since we've announced this, hundreds of notes from clients, all reinforcing, yes, this is what we need. This is perfect. And what they need is, as they move this 80%, they need someone who's going to put it, we call it hybrid cloud. And what that means is, depending on the kind of work you're doing, maybe it's data that has to stay on my premise in a private cloud. Maybe it's okay to go to a public. Maybe it's okay to go to Amazon or AWS, IBM cloud. But boy, somebody's got to manage all of that, decide how to move it, keep it secure, and don't lock me in on an answer. Gotcha. And that's what Jim and I get the chance to do together.
But Jim, we've been gigantic supporters of Red Hat for years and years, ever since you got there. I know that you've taught me that you're Switzerland. But
yes.
Now, so can you be Switzerland and at the same time go up against what could be Amazon Web Services and Azure, Microsoft?
Well, yes, we can. And let me talk about a couple aspects of that. So first off, as we've talked about it, we're keeping red. So Red Hat Salesforce, Red Hat's product suite is going to be completely neutral. So we'll continue to work with Microsoft, Google, Amazon, others, and our sales teams won't be somehow incented to sell against that, right? Okay. So we'll continue to do that. And I think because of what we can do to accelerate drive of workload onto kind of a cloud-native platform, we can actually help accelerate Amazon, Google, Alibaba, and Microsoft's businesses. At the same time, then, IBM can be opinionated, so they can take what we're doing, do it in a native form. So all of a sudden on IBM's cloud, you can have, as we're saying, firmware to application security. You can have higher performance. So yeah, we can do both.
All right, well, Jim, you're wearing blue shirt. You're wearing jeans. You're wearing red shoes. This is not an IBMer outfit. How do you work out these cultures?
Look at me. Come on. Did you know that purple is a combination of blue and red?
I had not thought about that. Right. Roy G. Biv. Absolutely, you're right. But
no,
there are different. North Carolina Rebel, your guys, pretty standard. There isn't room for both.
That's not the IBM of today. Okay. Not one bit, right? Okay. And so I think this is, to us, Jim, this is only about growth. So this is about growth, and what Jim just said about we're going to be able to grow horizontally, because Jim's challenge is scale, and I can scale him into every corner of the enterprise marketplace.
And therefore you can move the needle.
That's good for me.
Even though people are saying, I didn't mean to interrupt, but you only adds 4% to revenues, but you're talking about 200 basis points.
200 basis points, CAGR 5 years, not back-end loaded. And remember, I'm a high-value model that says low single-digit revenue, mid-single-digit PTI, high single-digit EPS. So 4 points is huge, as you said, right? So
right. No, I agree. I think I'm listening to the critics, and some of the people are saying, well, listen, their balance sheet is stretched, and your 4.7% notes due February 2046. I just checked; they're off 2.625% points. Should we be concerned about the balance sheet?
Not at all.
Well, walk us through, because the dividend matters tremendously to our viewers.
It does, and I want your viewers to be absolutely clear that we are going to continue to grow our dividend, and it is more than safe. When I say financial flexibility and ample for us, we're going to pay. It's cash and debt, but remember, we're already strong investment grade, and even with this, we're strong investment grade. And Jim, as we said, we're just prudent. We'll be back to what we target as our normal leverage ratio, 2 years. And so, and we're conservative, right? That's mid to high single A. So that's why, and I always want to remind all your viewers, right? We ended last quarter $15 billion of cash, $12 billion free cash flow. So we have plenty for inorganic and organic and strong dividend.
Now, last quarter, tough one. Stock down 20% for the year. Mistake by Wall Street, not understanding or is this the change that people should start recognizing where IBM's really going?
It's both. Last quarter, as you know, we were flat at constant currency, as you know. And one of the biggest things that happened last quarter, big success, we returned our margins to flat year to year. First time in 3 years. And underneath it, our services businesses grew. And that, actually, the margin improvement, first time in 5. I mean, really good progress on all elements of the business.
Even though some cognitive, some worries.
Yes, I would say everyone looked at that. We talked about what it was, but this is a really key point. This combination is going to lift all of IBM. That includes analytics, AI, that includes our services business. And as I told my whole team this morning, I spent the day with Jim's team, day with ours. This is about lifting all of IBM, which is why we're so bullish about saying this is absolutely accelerates our high value model. So not just revenue growth, accretive year one on free cash flow and gross margins.
Very important. Now, Jim, how do you keep your people? And how do you incent Jim to stay? Because he's been a big hero of ours.
He's staying.
Well, look, this is the greatest thing that we can do in terms of accelerating our business and growing our relationships with customers. So this will accelerate our growth. It'll allow us to hire more people faster. And so our people in general are very excited about this. This gives us an opportunity for them to grow their career paths. And as we say, we're very passionate about open source. If there's any way to make sure open source is the dominant platform going forward, this will allow open source to do that.
Okay, now let me ask you, Ginny, because you have told us, look, IBM is a really important company to our country, to the world, to the people who work there. Is this your legacy going forward? Or there are some people who say, listen, she's betting the company. She's done a series of many, many deals, but this is one of the biggest deals of all time. Is this the legacy that you want?
This is going to be a critical part of IBM's future. And so I think of it as the most important thing for our customers and for our business, or I wouldn't have done it. And this is about being number one. IBM is number one in hybrid cloud, mission critical, $1 trillion marketplace. Together, we are the champions for open. Jim, this moves the cloud debate or battle to open versus proprietary, meaning we believe Switzerland, we should be able to, and our clients want to move things around. So this is absolutely important. It is a game changer to IBM, and we know it's the right thing.
Should we be concerned at all? The narrative last week was that the cloud is slowing. The data center is slowing. I've got with 2 people who can tell me that that's not right, that that's the wrong narrative, and I would believe you guys. Is it slowing?
Yeah, look, the first 20%, the easy stuff, behind us. The 80's in front of us, and that's what this is refashioning for.
Yeah, I'd say from our perspective, we're seeing an acceleration as customers start to work on that more difficult 80%, because that's where we're particularly strong, because we're strong on premise and we have positions in cloud, different positions in cloud, but positions in cloud. And so that next 80% is where we're in the best possible position to win.
This is great for IBM. Great for Red Hat shareholders. Great for both. Thank you so much to both of you for coming on Mad Money. That's Ginny Rometty. She's Chairman, President, and CEO of IBM, and Jim Whitehurst, President and CEO of Red Hat. I wish you guys the best of luck.
Thank you.
Booyah! Jim Cramer here from Mad Money. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube. Click here to subscribe and get the jump on my exclusives with CEOs, plus market news, investing advice, and a whole lot more.